Oh, sweet. Okay. I think we're live. We're live. Hi. We are going to pick right back up where we were. I literally just sat down and I forgot where we were. If I recall, this morning before lunch break, yeah. Okay, so I set things up so that everything unlocks over time. That's cool. Debug mode is broken and I don't know why. That's where I am, right? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna warm up my brain by, it's probably not the problem, but I will want these percentages for all of these levels, probably. So maybe I should do that. Or maybe not. Maybe that's not required. Like, what is that even really getting me? You know, I like that I know the percent that you're done. That's the way it's gonna show up eventually. It's like percent complete. Yeah, fuck it. Let's just finish that. We started it. Hey, Sapphire, what's up, man? Yeah, Echo 9. That was the initial idea. It's kind of changed a bit. Hey, Craig, what's up? And hi, Sniper. Wow, you guys got in here fast today. Shit. How was lunch? Lunch was good. There was too much lunch. I'm now sleepy. I gotta stop doing that. Thanks. I think I have a cooler idea, Echo 9. The only reason I moved away from that was because I think I have something better. But we'll see. That is a project for January. I need to not spin my wheels on that too much. So, December projects. I've said this a couple times. What I want to do in December is I want to create all of the levels, the level fragments. Each one of these is like a fragment of a level, right? It gets a piece of a level. I'm going to make all of those in December. I think I have most of them already. I think this is already like a several hour game, actually. I need to verify exactly how long this game takes to beat already, which is part of designing all the level fragments. Anyway, I'm doing that. I'm grayboxing the world, and I'm gonna figure out what the art looks like in one level, one final level. So this is the level I'm using to that's stitched together. I have to go back and start pushing this more and bringing it closer to final. And apparently I decided to get all the characters to a pretty decent state in December. So that's kind of like what December's about. In January, I'm going to take all the other levels and stitch them together in gray box form. So that when I'm testing each one of these. These are the chunks, right? Like, the opening area is made up of, looks like 7 or 8 chunks. Each of these are going to be a chunk. Each chunk has its own kind of narrative, like a reason why you're doing what you're doing in that area. The story was linear before, but that's kind of shit. So now I'm thinking I'm going to make all of these chunks, then I'm going to put them together into a even bigger kind of world. And it's hard to explain. You'll see. January is going to be kind of intense for just putting it all together. December, we're not going to worry about that. But yeah, in January, when I do that, then I'm going to come back and revisit how I show things. Oh my god, hey Craig. Thank you so much, man. Shit, dude. Sweet. Hey, Sarah Lee. Oh man, I feel bad for taking such a long lunch now. Because I went to lunch and I was like, I horked down food real quick and I'm like, I'm gonna go right back and fix that thing. And I was like, if I don't go to the gym today, I won't go this week. And then now it's like 2.5 hours later. Because I really took my sweet time because I'm real lazy. And then I ate more food because, like, if you go to the gym, you get to eat more candy. And I'm basically a child. So Sorry it took so long. Next time I'll be less of a child. No, did I drop the stream? Oh, no, I'm still here. Okay. Okay. Sorry, let me write down a couple things. There's one bug I want to fix. So each month, I send a build out to a couple new people, and to the people I've sent it out to before. The build this month, I'm going to be watching on Friday. Chris Lum is going to play through all the level fragments and give me feedback on that. There's a couple of bugs I want to fix before Friday. To that, I also want to add, I've got these kind of like decals that tell you what to do. Or that when you give somebody the game, you can't speak to them. They have to just figure it out, right? So like this tells you that you can use WASD or controller. This doesn't tell you anything other than like, what is a wall? What is falling off the world? You know, that sort of thing. This tells you that you can rotate the camera. You have to rotate the camera to see where you're going, right? What I'm missing is I need a decal here that explains the controls for extending a limb. I never made that. I forgot to. And that'll kind of be my on-ramp. Hey Cobra. I send out builds. I haven't sent one out yet. This is the first month I'm actually sending out a build. Before I gave people, I built the game, but I just took it to Boston Indies and had them play on my laptop. The one last month was Seth. He's a good friend of mine. We used to work together. He was one of the more interesting designers in BioShock Infinite. And he went after that, he was always like, his headspace is all over the place. Like he went to Clay for a while. Worked on Don't Starve. Where is he now? I think he's about to start up something in San Francisco, maybe. Or am I thinking of somebody else? I don't know. But yeah, this month I'm actually gonna send a build to Chris, because he's not physically here. Yeah. Okay. So, that's the intro. Now let's get to the meat of this stream, shall we? Things I need to do. I want to give Chris debug mode. This is important. I want this to work. Why does it not work? I don't think I need these right now. I think these are going to distract me and piss me off for right now. So I'm just going to set these to be invisible. Because if I start noodling with this fucking UI that's temporary, that's just never ending. That's just a problem. Okay, it's still an eyesore, but at least it's not physically hurting me. Right, when I hit debug mode, nothing happens, so. I still have all this open over here. Sweet, congrats on the new job, man. Just these levels? Why? What do you have that's special? I'm gonna take my save and just rename it. Still the same. It's nothing to do with what's saved. Why? What are you doing? What you doing, buddy? Step to the next node. Oh, are you just like in that for each loop? Yeah, okay. Get game mode. Fuck it. Hey, Mr. Twist. Shit, I have no way of knowing which way you went. Okay, let's try that again. This time. Add a breakpoint for trombone 2. Debug. Okay. Show me what you decided here. True. Goddamn right. Set is enabled to the widget. Yeah. That's also goddamn right. Set the image. So you should exist and I don't know. Where even are you right now? Add the child to the panel. Set the size. Set the alignment. That created a level for opening. What the fuck? That doesn't make any sense at all. Okay, so if create level buttons, if the section called is trombone. Oh, fuck, I put it in the wrong place. Add a breakpoint here. God damn it. That's why. Let's try that again. Failing to debug my debug. Okay. We've now hit the current level section is trombone too. So we're looking at one of the broken sections. Get me to... Oh, yeah, let's just see what you do. Section unlocked is false. Give me here. We're just spamming the next button. So you'll see, okay, we added it. We added the child. It's there. It's not enabled. Is that just because nothing's enabled? Oh, fuck. Because I'm in stepping through code mode. Yeah. You're enabled by default. You guys are cool. Okay, here's something I want to do. Let's take one of these, make them visible again. Move your ass down here. And show me what percentage you think the trombone is done. Event graph. Trombone. What did I just mess with? You're the accordion. %2 text. 100. Okay. So, you believe they're done. You've just disabled these for no reason. Something else is going on. Something not in this code. It's not you. Find enabled. It's not true. It could still be that code. What's the fucking delta? What did I do here? These require... No. Are you fucking kidding? Why? Why are some of these set? Oh, how did it... That's impossible. No, it's not. Before I was enabling these and disabling them in code, so the default values didn't matter. So the fact that some of these had different default values didn't fucking matter. And if the container is disabled, then obviously all the buttons I make are going to be disabled as well. Well, shit. That's a stupid problem. Bet it works now. Yup. Okay. Well. Oh well. Designer, graph. Yeah. Okay. Well, now I know this works. I think I should not spin my wheels making little percentage things for everything because it doesn't matter. But I do think I should fix... Where am I? This is not correct. This is the main HUD. Main menu. The accordion. Just because that's going to throw me at some point. Goes here. Cool. Well, that's figured out, at least. Sweet. When was the last time I checked in? yesterday. Okay, so yeah, let's check all that in. Adding level unlocking to the game. Cool. Okay, now what? This is a bug I don't want to fix on stream. Here's a quickie. That's stupid. Right when you start any given level. Oh, for you, the spotlight did in it. Give me like. Okay, so there's no spotlight. And then I move, and then the spotlight moves. Let's fix that. That's super fast. The spotlight doesn't seem to turn on. It's a dumb thing, but fixing this bug will give me some motivation. Give me a small amount of joy. It's only true if I actually fix it. I think when I switch to the pawn, switch to this pawn, see how I turn on lights, spotlight base, yeah, set intensity, set visibility. Where are you moving? Okay, so when you extend or when you transform, I do this thing where I set your aim, update your world location. This is your location. Where do I set your... Oh, I see. No, yeah, rotation. Okay. So I do this as soon as you move or extend a limb, but I don't do it when you initially switch to the pawn. That's it. Let's just fix that. In fact, let's fix it so it kind of like comes into place as they're landing. Let's not do it initially. Let's do it like... after you've set the intensity. I don't know if that'll actually work, but it'd be funny if it did. So... get the pawn. If it's not frozen for narrative, set the world location of the spotlight base to be the actor location 1,000 units above the actor. Set the intensity of the spotlight to be on. Get the bounds of the actor. Make a rotation that aims at the center of the bounds. And set that to be the rotation. I don't know when the spring turns on, but maybe this will be good. I actually hated that it moved like that. Why does it come in aiming in a weird direction? Like to the side? That's bizarre. Where's your default? Viewport. Spotlight base is here. dictates that you should be aiming down right now. Absolute location, yeah. Absolute rotation. -90. Yes, that's true, to aim it down. Alright, let's make a call here. Do we want the spot? Oh, no, we do not want that. That's weird. If anything, it should start and then open. Yeah, this is terrible. Okay. When you switch to this pawn, let's take your spring away. Which determines your rotation lag speed. Do this before you even turn on the light. Freeze for narrative is false. Yeah. I don't like standalone. Ooh. Oh no, yeah, that's fine. It was moving over. I'm okay with that. Right? Do you want to... I'm not okay with that. That looks terrible. What the fuck even is that? Alright, let's go with, yeah, we're gonna have to do the same thing for the other speeds of the spring. So right now we're messing with the rotation lag speed. Let's also mess with, for the initial setup, lag speed. Camera lag speed. 0. Oh, yeah. If this doesn't work, I'm gonna side-eye this real hard. Okay. First, we disable the spring. Then we set the rotation and translation. Then we re-enable the spring. Okay, fingers crossed. God damn it. What is your deal? Why are you... So many questions. Like, why are you aiming up? That's bizarre. I mean, it's not the end of the world. I just want to know what's happening. It's not the end of the world. It's kind of cool in a way when it's not facing straight up. Bizarre. Okay. What? Hey guys, sorry I haven't been paying attention to the chat. Shit. Oh, hey, Devolver. Oh, wow, guys. Sorry. Alright, let me catch up. My swear jar. Oh, God. I don't think that's gonna happen. Hey, Squishy P. Root Lancer. Oh my god, double the Chris's. Chris, I keep talking about you in the stream today, man. Chris Lum is playing this game on Friday. I'm sending him a build. And yeah, a lot of people have been asking for Discord, and I'm I get distracted easily, so I don't, like, when I'm working I don't have Discord or any of that crap open. I'm really terrible about that stuff. So I felt like if I started Discord that'd be shitty. So fortunately I'm really good friends with Chris Slate here, who already has a very active Discord, so he made a channel for me and his called Kine. And in between streams, if you guys want to hang out there, I do check that each day, like a couple times a day, like at lunch, after work, and before work. Yeah, thanks, Chris. So definitely, and check out Chris's Discord in general. It's got some cool stuff. I don't have it open now, but I know there's like, he's got like a Feel Better channel, which I think is Chris Slade's just a good human. He's got some good channels in there. It's all nerd shit. Nerd cooking. Mr. Smith. Who else just joined? Oh, May, you got back. How was your final? Did you crush it? Yeah. Yeah, I got the alpha nerds up in this channel. I'm gonna make the executive decision and not fucking fiddle with this spotlight. I'm getting way too randomized today. I'm just gonna let that go. Because that does not matter right now. I'm dying to know why that's happening. No. Okay. So, P0. Most important thing is gray boxing the rest of the level fragments. Not doing that on the stream. Could do look direction. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. Open up Photoshop today, guys. Cool. Key art. Okay. So this is a current screenshot of the game. See, now I just want to fiddle with the characters more. I've got all these notes for the character art. Let's do something easy. Because I'm streaming. Let's do this. You will notice that for our trombone, wrong character. I don't want to fuck with him anymore. I hate him now. For the accordion. I like a lot of things about her. I started ruffling up her keys a bit, so she has a more interesting silhouette. I did something really stupid when I was designing her, which is, I have to kind of show you this. While I was noodling with the design, I forgot to have some element that touches the ground. So when she's on her head, she's kind of like floating. And there's things I can fix in animation, like this can kind of sway. I've got animation plans for her, but it would be a hell of a lot easier if I didn't have to like detect when she's in this state and bend her head down and figure all that crap out. I don't want to do that. That's a pain. Do I? Ooh, that might be interesting. No, I don't want to do that. No, because what if somebody's stacking on her? Yeah, that'd be shitty. So we need some element that contacts the ground when she's in this kind of a state. Also, I want to keep ruffling up her keys a bit. So, today, we push on the accordion a bit. I guess there's not much over here. Every now and then I do something like that and I'm like, did I just fuck up and show you something from my game at work? And then I have to take a minute and I'm like, no. Okay. Hey, Cobra. Yeah, I'm really coming around on Twitch. I'm trying to explain to other people that were where I was a year ago, but they're like, what the hell is Twitch? And I'm like, I literally had this argument this morning. I'm like, no, you don't get it. It's cool. she needs some kind of hair thing. Like, obviously, we're gonna look at Emma from La La Land. Let's just go straight to Emma Stone. Nothing in the hair, huh? Like a brooch, some piece of jewelry. I like her head. I like the head shape of my robot. I want to keep it like that. I just need to add something. I mean, the alternative is we could always pull this down. That's gonna be an even shittier silhouette. I already don't like that thing. Maybe the end of the world feels a bit longer. It's already terrible. Alright, what would that look like? Alright, tumble. Characters. Bodies. Piano. The other thing I want to do is update the version of her that has the pipes, because that version looks hella old now. I'm gonna reference in the appendages, master rig. Show me your. I don't want to see the trombone horn. I want to see side stands. What? Okay, yeah, so show me what it would look like if this thingy. This isn't gonna work. What am I thinking here? You know the right way to do this. Let's just do it for real. And I'll revert it if it's shit. We're gonna open up another version of Maya. We're gonna edit the thing that I'm referencing into this scene and see how it looks. It's gonna get way nested up in this shit. So here are the side stands. Hypershade. What am I doing? File reference editor. That might be fine. I might actually be okay with that. I mean, I already don't love the shape. That actually feels better because it feels more like a stand. If I fix the texture stretching. Wow, I thought I'd hate that, but I don't. Someday this will be a stringed game. And it works surprisingly well, I bet. Okay. Yeah, I don't hate that. Let's go with it. Let's fix this shit though. Don't really explain that. Well, whatever. It's a simple shape. Come on. All right. Let's just go ahead and pull that right. Come on, give me my mouse. Release me. Player appendages. One of the things I want to do when I clean this all up is move over from appendage to calling it a limb. Appendage is a holdover from back when it was a build your own robot combat game where an appendage was made up of a socket, a limb, and an extremity, and it's just like now there's all the words mean all the things and it's terrible. I've started removing files and stuff. I'm generally cleaning up. Just starting moving to production here, guys. Ooh, God. Oh, no, I hate it. Oh, Jesus. Ooh, no. Do I hate it because it's different or because it's bad? Hard to say. When you're dealing with this kind of instinctual loathing. Oh, what the fuck is this? Maybe I just hate it because it's different. Maybe it's fine. Yeah, you know, it's not that bad. I don't know what I'm getting all weird about. It's actually not bad at all. I mean, it could be thinner, right? This thickness needs to move down. In a way, it's actually kind of cool. It's kind of like having wings on a car. In a way, it should probably be more like wings on a car. It's not the end of the world. It's alright. Let's pull in that thickness. So I've been neglecting the chat more than usual today. What does she call us other than the chat? Oh, do you need a name? Could be like the fishbowl. The underlings? That's not very nice. Let's see, Ryan Clark called his people the chum. That seems really unpleasant. The Frey gang? I mean, in a way, it's kind of cool that I have a gang. Crap. I don't even have time to catch up on what you guys are saying here. The Frey gang. My name is spelled like this, by the way. Not that it matters. It's fine. You know, spell it however you want. I don't care. Hey, Nordal, what's up, man? The Gwenlings. Fishbowl. I feel like the fishbowl, I'm pretty sure Ryan Clark did that though. No, he was the Shark Tank. That's right. This is the fishbowl. Yeah, okay, cool. This is the fishbowl. I guess, I don't know. Calling you guys the fishes wouldn't be really cool. What hangs out with fishes and is like friendly? I'm gonna call Chris Light the Barnacle. Guppies? What is a guppy? I'm gonna Google this. Today I learned about nautical shit. Guppies. Oh, those look cool. I'm into it. That's cool. I was told by somebody that, which is probably where the name comes from, Gwendolyn has like some meaning in Welsh. It's a very common Welsh name. It can be a betta fish. There's a lot of cool fish out there. Alright, we're gonna brainstorm this. Yeah, that's true. I figured the place would be the fishbowl. Like when you're here, you're in the fishbowl. But what you guys are has to be something that would live in a fishbowl. With the goldfish. Like the algae. That's terrible. You're not gonna be the fucking algae. You're better than that. Just a different fish. We're all fish. Okay, that's enough. This is why I don't have Discord open when I work. There's a couple of animators that can somehow like work while talking all goddamn day. I don't know how they do it. It's amazing to me because I like get nothing done. The day ends and I thought we were hanging out and then they're like, here's what I did today. I'm like, what the fuck? I thought we were just chilling today. My capacity to multitask is not at that level. Okay, so I think I'll like it more if it's just kind of like a smaller element. So we're gonna try this out. Do I like it more or less? It's fine, I guess. It doesn't completely piss me off. I like it less. Oh, I can't undo. Oh, Jesus. Give me my mouse. Guys, what is the key to get your mouse back out of this? It's like Shift F1? No. Well, it worked, but probably not the way it's supposed to be. There we go. You guys are ridiculous. Just want you to know that about yourself. Be aware. This is the top. not be a top and a bottom because I think I flipped them over because they're the same, right? Yeah. So maneuvering one doesn't really help me here. You know my feelings on achievements, man. Hey, ACDC. Oh, that's cute. No, I said that out loud. Cool name, man. Oh, I'm in here. What the fuck is going on with this texture? The lighting on that is weird. Maybe that's okay, though. Kinda don't hate it. Do I hate it? I kinda do hate it, don't I? Yeah. Okay. Change my mind. I like things about it. This side has to come in a bit too. While I'm in here, let's UV this shit. Because it's looking like this might actually be final. Why do I always lose the extrude tool? There it is. delete that, huh? Why can't I delete you? What don't I know about you? I think somebody showed me if you shift delete, it deletes the verts. Oh, fuck it. Oh. Hi there, Polly by Dolphin. Welcome to the fishbowl, man. How do you get the secondary motion in the accordion when the bellow pulls out? Is that texture driven or joint driven? It's joint driven with a spring. I actually did that entirely on stream. If you go back to the like midway through the last accordion stream, I did it. Control delete. Thank you, Sapphire. Please tell me Polly by Dolphin was here for the fishbowl conversation and went and named their character for that? Or is this... How long have you existed? I'm checking up on you. Oh wow, that just happened to be your name. No shit. Welcome to the fishbowl, dude. Good evening. This is maddening. Why can't I delete this edge? What are you doing? Edit, delete by type, history. What do I not know about this fucking edge? Why are you so adamantly here? What the fuck is your deal? That edge is allowed to stay. It wants it. Who am I? Who am I to fight this edge? This edge knows what it wants in life and it's gonna take it. Can I soften it at least? Yeah, okay. You get to live. You know what, man? Far be it from me to try to kill somebody that wants to live so desperately. Let's UV this. A series of really weird UV planes here. Control Alt Shift Caps function tab delete. What? I did not want to call you algae. I think I said that's a terrible idea. Just brainstorming. You just gotta throw out things, man. Just gotta feel them out. Alright, so now that we've got this, believe me, this totally makes sense. What I've done is I've UV'd each plane to, like I've UV'd each thing that I want to act as a plane, so when the texture scrolls over this, it'll kind of look cool. That's a third. We'll see if it's actually working. Why do I need this edge? Why don't these edges just die? Also, I forgot this camera's fucked. That edge will die. No, but not this one. No. What is your deal? There's more than one face there. Ooh. Figured it out. There's more than one face here too. No, just there. Bet I can delete you now. Yup. Sweet. Now you're dead. Okay. I like that less. I don't like the direction it's scrolling. I want it to be bigger. And also in the opposite direction. You hear my Windows notification? Did I forget to turn off the desktop audio? I did. My bad. There, it's gone now. I don't even hear it. Like I zone it out entirely. I didn't even know that was happening. Yeah. like that either. Do you ever use the My Output log? Oh, the thing that pops up automatically when this shit, the window? The output log I use all the time. This window, absolutely not. In fact, I've looked in the past into making it not pop up. I don't know why it does. It's really weird. It's not the kind of thing I've put a great deal of effort into figuring out. But, yeah, I think it's weird. I don't get the deal. Why'd that happen, but okay. Let's get you. I'll make the highlight bigger. Yeah. Let's see here. Right. There's an intruder in the basement. Whatever. That's fine. I don't like it. I liked it better before. What was it before? Jesus. Why did I ever fuck with this? Maybe just like... I don't know. Okay, whatever this looks like, I'm just gonna set aside because this is getting ridiculous. That's a lie. I like that better. I get VR, AR, and embedded OpenGL. Wait, who are you talking to? C#. Nodal, what are you up to next year? Oh wait, sorry. Did I read this out of order? I have a strong passing interest in VR. I just hate it. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Now you know it would look cool. Okay, got it. Taking too long on this. But seriously, I got it. because I'm done. I'm just going to accept whatever it is. It's fine. Whatever. It's fine. It's whatever. Okay. Let's, I have other notes for her. Where are my notes? Yeah, okay. Close that. So really, this is a little experiment I did that I loved. I like that she's got like a ruffled silhouette. I actually kind of want to push it further, and I want to do it for the other sides as well. So let's get there. Yeah. That's interesting. What the hell was that? Where's the edge? It's clearly working. Is there more than one face again? No. What's your deal today? Okay. Oh, good lord, what are we doing here? Oh, hey, Judgernaut. What's up, man? Sorry, it's been a while. Hey, Husky. Things are pretty good, man. I'm just checking it, catching up on the chat. Oh, I did this wrong, I think. No, I didn't. That's fine. Yeah, okay. Start with, yeah. Talking in Nodal 2 about UE4 versus Unity and being open source. Do you have any thoughts you want to share? You can't get the code to Unity is what they're talking about in Engine. You can get the code to Unreal, which makes it such a... Having the ability to bail yourself out if you get into a problem as opposed to relying on a different company is crucial. Like... I'm not even a programmer, and I consider the fact that you can't get the source code to Unity almost a non-starter. Because I know if shit hits the fan, I can pay a friend to help me in Unreal. I can get access to the code base, and I can get a solution to any problem I have. Whereas with Unity, if something goes wrong, you have no recourse other than the people who are working at Unity. That's just a shitty way to run a company. Hey Middle, what's up, man? think they're gonna change that though. I mean, they picked up Mike Acton, which is cool. Alan at work was explaining to me why this matters. It matters. And these things do change. But I'll probably be a shill for Epic for many, many years to come. I do love this engine. You actually have money to contact Unity for source code? I don't know. Oh, that's right, I forgot. Chris Lum is using Unity right now. Hey, dude. Hey, Uphill Water, what's up, man? Welcome back. Yeah, I feel like if I was a programmer, it'd be a no-brainer between Unity and Unreal to go with the one that has the source code. Like, if I wasn't a programmer, I might be tempted to not do that, but I think that'd be short-sighted. I wouldn't be... Unity would be real dumb to not release their source code sometime pretty soon. I suspect the reason why they're making a lot of key hires right now is because they plan to. You can just download the source code from GitHub, yeah. You can just start using the Unreal Engine. I mean, it's kind of funny. Not kind of funny, it's kind of like... There's a lot of people in the beginning when Epic first did that just put their games up on Kickstarter and then never paid Epic, and then Epic had to be like, hey guys, the engine's free, but, you know... When you start making money, you owe us 5%, that's the deal. And people are like, but I just want a free engine. Oh, it doesn't work that way, guys. Come on. It's like no good deed goes unpunished. When the Flame and the Flood launched, they sent a company-wide... when we got our Kickstarter, I emailed them, and I was like, hey, we just had a successful Kickstarter. I know we owe you 5%. Where do I send it? And they were so excited, they sent a company-wide email around saying, hey, for the first time, somebody reached out to us to pay us, rather than us begging them. It was such a big deal. Because so many people try to screw over Epic. Which is also maybe a sign I'm not very good at business. Maybe I should have done that too. Why are you doing this to me? What's your deal? Fuck it. Gwen, do you know how Epic Games ensures they get paid? Because I always wondered as a programmer, even if they have analytics or other hooks to know when someone uses their engine. If it's open source, you could take all that code out. How would they know who has to pay them? Ooh. That's a good question. I don't work there. I make jokes about being a shill for Epic, but the reality is, like, I drank with them at GDC. And they put the Flame and the Flood in a booth once at GDC. And other than that, I don't really have any communication. How do they do it? I don't know. I know at some point they just did the calculus that hunting down all the people that made money off of their engine, there's a point at which it's almost not worth it. And so they basically changed their payment structure so that if you make less than like $1,000 a year on your game or something, fuck it, you don't even have to pay them. Because hunting down all the people that makes a very small amount of money using their engine costs them more than just letting you do it for free. I think there's something like that. If you look at the contract, the first $100 or so you make each quarter is like a wash. They just write it off. I strongly suspect Epic just is rolling in it so deep right now they don't really give a fuck about like if PUBG didn't pay Epic, that would be noticeable. There's a small number of titles that account for a great deal of their revenue, PUBG being one of them. We probably don't matter as much. Yeah, an engine kind of hit it. Like, if you hit and the money is real, they'll figure it out. Every now and then, because I gotta hustle, I send out emails that are like, hey, so if the Flame of the Flood had an Unreal splash screen, what's that worth to you? And it's just crickets. It's like, okay, never mind. I try to hustle with Epic sometimes, but I kind of want to, like, go for an Unreal Dev grant. I mean, I am making an indie game that's kind of okay looking, entirely in Blueprint. I feel like maybe I could ask for a dev grant. I also feel like it's kind of bitchy to say that on a stream that's saved, because now it's like, oh, whatever. Gotta hustle, man. If you look at where their dev grants have been going, though, it's really clear what they're interested in, and I think it's kind of cool. They've been, people have been doing a lot of film stuff in the Unreal Engine, and they're definitely pushing in more of that direction. Like, people who are using the Unreal Engine to do weird, cool new shit tends to be a very exciting topic, which I can totally understand. Like, if you're working in tech, you're working on a piece of software you've developed, you pretty much just make games, you've perfected, well, it's not perfect, but like you've worked pretty hard to make this engine that makes games, and then people are taking it and making all kinds of weird other shit. I bet that feels pretty good. They've achieved something there. Oh. What's your opinion on PUBG going early access on Xbox? I know they're starting to advertise PUBG as a bundle deal. It's interesting, yeah. I think Xbox is desperate to capitalize on PUBG because it's doing so well. I think, like, they're just ignoring market standards. Usually you release a game either right before Black Friday, or you release it in, like, January, February, because those are the times when you get a marketing push. But I mean, obviously PUBG doesn't need a marketing push. I think early access on Xbox in general, I think is, I mean, I have opinions about that. I don't know if they're like kosher, but early access on Steam allows people to see games in a semi-broken state. A huge part of why people buy consoles is to not see games in a broken state. Early access kind of goes directly against that. However, I feel like Microsoft had to do early access because there's certain games for a while that were coming out on Steam in early access that would never make it to the console. Like, there's certain games that are very good and that are just going to be in early access forever until eventually they kind of lose their luster. And so if Microsoft didn't do something to capture that market, Microsoft needed a way to be able to publish those games, right? So if you look at it from their perspective, okay, there's these games that are in early access on Steam. They're never going to leave early access on Steam. By the time they do, people will be done with them because they've been in early access for many years. However, if the game comes out on the Xbox while it's in early access on Steam, the people who play that game will be pissed at the developers, so the developer will never go for that. So what do? Let's invent something, our own version of early access, that allows this lets developers kind of wiggle into a kind of middle ground where they can say, oh no, we're not coming out on the Xbox, we're in early access on the Xbox. But let's be real, if you're coming out on the fucking Xbox, you're going through cert. Your game's hit a certain level of polish. It's not really early access at that point. In my opinion. This is very much opinion and speculation. And I think that's a good thing. I think the consumer that buys an Xbox doesn't traditionally want a half-finished game. I think that was a weird direction to go to in the first place. I do think it is entirely possible PUBG was rushed out the door and put into early access on Xbox, and they were okay with some bugs because they just needed to capitalize on that as quickly as possible. It's a flash in the pan. They need to get that money as quickly as possible into the marketplace. I think we're already seeing Epic is kind of eating their lunch with Fortnite. I think Fortnite, I mean, I don't have the numbers. Ryan Clark would have the numbers. I wish he was here. But like Fortnite took off in a big way, and I think you're about to see an explosion of other games that are kind of in this vein. This is going to be the new hotness, maybe. Though to be fair, I thought there would be a lot of copycats for Rocket League, and there weren't. So I could be way wrong. I'm just saying I'm wrong a lot. But I'm right a lot too. I think Microsoft is probably concerned that there could be a huge rush towards these kinds of battle royale games, and they wanted to make sure they got out in front of it, and so they put it on the Xbox as quickly as possible, and they already have this game's preview program, so they threw it in that. That's my opinion. Later, Nordal. Good luck on your math thing. Lecture. Man, I missed the Clark tank. That thing was so good. I could just sit here and like Ryan Clark would beam facts into your brain. I haven't found a podcast or anything that's quite that focused. If I had money, I would pay him to just keep doing that. It's called the dialogue box. My podcast is not as well thought out as his, I promise. I love how this game was in development for like a decade, like the Unreal Tournament, and all they had to do. Oh, are you talking about Fortnite? I don't know how long it was in development. My buddy's the lead programmer in that, I think. John Abercrombie? I know I'm asking Chris, like he would know. You weren't at Irrational, my bad, man. I don't know if he's the lead. I think he's the lead programmer on that. I know he's on. I don't know what happened to him. I need to hunt these people down. I have another intruder. Thank you. I can agree with a lot of what you said. I just know that I'd be upset if I bought an Xbox for PUBG and not fully understanding the early access aspect of it. The one ad I get in my email from GameStop featured PUBG, and it only mentions preview access in the tiny fine print at the bottom. Yeah. hopefully they're just gonna patch the shit out of that game very quickly. I actually know the publisher at Microsoft that's working on it very well. Nico, he used to work at Take-Two. He was our contact at Irrational. I haven't spoken to him recently. The last time I spoke to him, he was like, "Holy shit, we just got PUBG. Fuck yeah." And he was all about it. And I think they're going to do whatever it takes to get out the door, and I think this is their cash cow. They'll throw the resources behind it to make sure that that players have a good experience. I think I think simultaneously they will probably rush it out the door, but also I think they will patch the shit out of it. I think because that's being handled so closely within Microsoft, like if someone else is in cert, whoever else is in cert is going to get bumped. PUBG is just going to be updated at an alarming rate that nothing else has been. Because, it's fucking PUBG. You don't acquire that and then not look after it. And a lot of people bitch about how, like, it's a nightmare to get through cert, it takes forever, but I imagine when your company is Microsoft, getting through cert, which is also part of Microsoft, you can probably get that to happen a lot faster if you need to. I think they'll be fine. I hope so. Otherwise, God knows. But yeah, I'm sure that's fine. Hey, what happened here? What are you? Peace. What are you? What happened here? Exaggerated. 4 years, 10 years, same shit. Six years. Yeah, we didn't have too much trouble going through cert. It wasn't that big of a deal for us. I'll say, like, the technology backend is kind of unpleasant. Chris Lum, I don't know if you're the one that had to update the builds. The process there is not ideal, but actually going through cert was very painless. The Molasses Flood had an extremely good relationship with Microsoft. The launch of The Flame of the Flood on the Xbox was great. Our deal with them was great. They treated us super well. I know a lot of people have problems with Microsoft, but for some reason, I don't know why, we had a great goddamn time. Worked really well. Could be luck. But, or they could just be better than they were. Companies change. What the fuck happened here? Zombie Defense RTS. Oh, they are billions. Yeah. You're screwed. Yeah, I've stopped paying attention to everything on Steam when I started getting way too into making this game. So, I'm not keeping up anymore. I need to figure out what's going on. Quick break, I'll be right back. Oh shit, I can't save. Art source, player bodies. Alright. Use the restroom and grab some drinks or something. I'll be right back. course you have so many games, man. Alright, let's see where we are with her. I feel like I want this to... I do have a lot of games. That is true. I have more than I can play. Especially right now. I mean, I went through a phase where I was playing a shit ton of games. I was really into it, and then I don't know. That usually happens after I ship something, or if I just don't want to work for a while. And then I get into making a project, and every time I'm playing a game, I'm thinking about the game I want to make, and it just stops being fun. Just kind of like where I am right now. Alright, I think that's a pretty interesting silhouette. I'm surprised at how, just when I changed the front, I was surprised at how much more I liked it. It made a huge difference. I always planned to do this for the, like the high-res mesh I was gonna make for narratives, but now I just think I just need it in game. Because there's so often when you see this character like this, and having that kind of fringe really helps. Did I say how much longer I'm streaming for today? Let's see. I don't know. I'm kind of running out of steam, to be honest. Probably not much longer, man. Like, I'm gonna keep working. I kind of need to switch gears and get into making some levels. Especially for... It's a lot harder now, because before I was just fucking around and making stuff, and now there's, like... I need a level that specifically forces the player to use this character and prove that they understand this concept. Or I need a level where the characters end up in this specific place in a way that's interesting to tell this narrative moment. Like, I'm into that place, so it's just harder. Also, I need to figure out what the fuck my boyfriend is doing upstairs. A couple days ago, he apparently in the night purchased and completely disassembled a 3D printer and just left the like shit everywhere. Went to sleep at 5 a.m. I was like, what the fuck is going on? He's into one of his projects again. So game design, yeah, the actual animation isn't gonna come till later. there technically still isn't any animation in this game. There's like there's a bit of like springs, like the spring to make the accordion kind of bounce, and the spring to make the pedals bounce, and the spring to make the stand bounce in the drummer. But there's no actual animation yet. That'll come later. Thanks, Husky. That's cool, man. I don't remember if I deleted history yet, but now I did. And let's check this on game. Like, I think my plan is to finish up this task and then move into probably take a break, figure out what's going on upstairs, and then I'll probably start designing a level later tonight if I can, or I'll flame out and do something less productive. Yeah, everything's procedural right now. Ooh, you know what else we should do? I think I'm probably just hungry. Alright. I just fucked up. I re-imported the wrong thing. Do my homework and play those games. Yeah. For the people that weren't here earlier, I got a 25 game keys from DICE for the DICE Awards. I'm judging. I'm on the panel that judges for best game animation, which is super cool and a huge honor. I'm really happy to do it. But it also means I gotta play 25 fucking games in the next couple weeks, at least to a place where I can evaluate their animation. I was also saying there's games that Heat Signature is not going to win Best Animation against Cuphead and Horizon Zero Dawn and all these other amazing games. But I mean, you gotta play to find out, and that's kind of like one of the games I really want to play. So you separate out. We're actually talking about this, and the panel, the judges are all talking about this, like separating out the games you want to play versus the ones that the ones you want to play to evaluate versus the ones you want to play just because you want to play them. How much do you have to play it to give it an animation award? It depends. Like, if it's... I mean, you gotta give each game a chance, right? That's kind of like the job. You don't get a code for free and then not, evaluate the game. But I mean, if all their good animation is at the very end of the game or some shit, and it's just crap until then no, it's gonna be pretty... I've got 25 games to play in a matter of a couple weeks, and I'm busy, so hopefully that's not the case. Yeah, 10 hours for 25 games. Holy shit. You don't need 10 hours to evaluate a game, I don't think. You can get the gist pretty quickly. Like, if a game can't wow you within an hour, as far as the animation goes, I'm not evaluating it for best game, thank God. I'm not evaluating Game of the Year. Yeah, I don't know how much I'm allowed to talk about the nominee list, Ninja. I would totally tell if I knew, if I was allowed to, but I don't know if I'm allowed to. I'm entirely sure I don't know what I'm allowed to say or not say. Yeah, they approached me, Chris. It was pretty sweet of them. That was really cool, actually. We're talking about what we think is important I like the panel they've selected. They're very clear. Like, we are game animators. We are here to evaluate animation for games. It should be gameplay animation. It shouldn't be, we're not evaluating cutscenes, really. I mean, cutscenes matter and they have to be good, but, you know, everyone's taking it very seriously. It's really cool. I really respect the process a lot. Yeah, it feels great, man. I don't know how I tricked. I think it's because I'm part of the animation boot camp and I'm part of, like, this group. And I'd be lying if I didn't say, like, some of it is they want to make sure the panel has a couple chicks. I don't think there's, like, I'm indie. There's no way I belong in this fucking panel. But it's pretty cool. I love it. Anytime you're, like I'm an indie animator. Barely. And if I'm sitting at a table with a bunch of, like, important people in a panel and I'm the only chick, I'm always like, oh, okay. I can do the calculus here. I don't give a shit, man. I'm in it. I shouldn't have admitted that out loud, probably, but it's true. I have at least a month of new games to play, yeah. No, I'm not gonna nog it. I'm really honored. It's really cool. And I do try pretty hard to get myself out there, to be fair. Like, I never got invited to this kind of stuff back when I worked at Irrational, but I was never talking about stuff back when I worked at Irrational, you know? So it all makes sense. I should... Tim Burley repeatedly tells me that I have imposter syndrome. Which I think is bullshit. I think that's just called being realistic. Is Katie still in the chat? Probably not. We all do to some extent. You've done GC Talks, you've done Bioshock Infinite, you have your own game company. Yeah, I guess that's true. That's hard to explain though. I mean, I've said this before. When you're... Anytime... I was a tech artist, not an animator. Right? I mean, I was a senior technical animator. So what I did was setting up a lot of the animation trees, state machines, that sort of thing for Bioshock Infinite. I didn't animate. Like, I haven't laid down... I would lay down keys and animate for, like, creatures for fun and things. But, like, I didn't have a job where I had to animate until The Flame and the Flood, because we didn't have anybody else to do it. And, that was cool, and I loved that. I would hate to do only animation full-time, but it's fun. But basically everything I do, there's somebody else, usually on the team, often in the same building or room, that does that for a living, and that's all they do for a living, and they will do it way better than you. I would make state machines, but, like, let's be real, if a real programmer was on that, it would be better. I would animate, but I only animate, like, every now and then, and the people who spend all their time animating are better animators. And when you're a generalist like that, it's not imposter syndrome to be like, I love me, I'm great at what I do, I love being a generalist, but when it comes to any specific thing, I am by far the dumbest person in the room, right? That's not imposter syndrome, that's just a fact. That's part of being a generalist. You just have to live with that and be cool with it. which I do. I love it. It means I get to do something completely different every day. It means I get to learn something new every day. It's the best. Wouldn't have it any other way. What was I fixing here? Yeah, I fixed that already. Okay. I feel like this isn't very good though. Okay. Piano bass? I think so. Thanks, Husky. You're such a sweetie. You guys are so nice. I love this. You know, people say that everyone on the internet is mean and they have all these terrible stories, and I always believed it, but you guys are, like, the best. This has been great. I'm scared that we ever get bigger than this. I heard Twitch changed their algorithm, so I don't think this chat's gonna get any bigger, which is good. It's like a nice, cozy... Like, I always got 20 to 30 people here. Everyone here is a game developer. Everyone here is cool. As a design generalist, I completely know the feeling. Yeah, no shit, Chris. Though, to be fair, you've been a specialist. You just changed your specialty a lot. Or they changed something so that you don't easily find... Like, I guess before you could search by community or whatever. And so it was easier to be like, I guess I'll check out the game dev community. I don't know. Somebody, I was in somebody else's stream, William Sure, the guy working on Manifold Garden. He was talking about how the algorithm changed. Or whatever. And discoverability is lower. I believe him. Makes sense. There was definitely, like, a place where I had all of a sudden 30 people, and then all of a sudden that stopped growing, and I'm, like I said, I don't care. Like, that's great. Let's keep this cozy. But, that's also because, like, I'm nervous about this game getting... I don't know, I want to make marketing materials carefully. I'm not very good at indie shit. I found your channel from the GDC talk I gave in 2014. I don't think I gave a talk in 2014. Judge or not. This is what year is it? It would have been, I think 2016 was my first GDC talk. I haven't done that many. I just did a lot of speaking in a very short amount of time. I basically didn't exist on the internet until I went indie. And then I was like, oh, I guess I gotta do this now. And when I started the Molasses Flood, I set up my Twitter account. And then, since then, each year I've just been expanding what I do. By more and more. Figure out what's going on out there later. And Chris Light has been helping with that. Hey, Chris Light. I'll never be the best blank designer because I wear a lot of hats. Yeah, that's true. A pouncer. You're terrible, you're screwed. Alright, I'm glad you found it recently. I think part of the thing is GDC also listed all of their backlog talks on YouTube, which makes me very happy. I could go into a rant about that if you guys want. Like, I have always felt that it was not great that, like, every talk I've given until GDC has been available free. Never charged people for anything. To the point where Like, I almost didn't do a talk here in Boston once because they weren't going to pay me, but they were going to charge students to come. Students. They were going to charge students to come listen to something at an event in Boston. Which I felt like kind of exploited, and I didn't think that was fair. And so they changed their minds, and the talk was free. GDC is the only thing up until recently that, like, I spent a lot of work on something, I gave a talk, and it wasn't just available to the world for free, it was behind this paywall. And I'm really happy that I think this, about a year and a half ago, they put the vast majority of the talks up for free, including all of mine, which makes me very happy. Oh, the locomotion stuff from Psychonauts. Yeah. That's very common, actually. Most people who give talks genuinely want to give the information out. And I understand if you have to charge because you've rented out the venue and you're giving people food or something like that. Like, GDC kind of made sense to me. They're renting out the Moscone Center. There's a lot of logistics involved in setting up GDC. It's a huge undertaking. I was kind of cool with it. But talking to other people and seeing the margins, I just felt like that's kind of not very cool. And after being a part of AnimeX, last year, doing that for the first time, I thought the animation exchange was beautiful. I thought if we could do conferences live on Twitch, I think that is the future. I think that's part of why GDC wised up and started making their talks free, because they realized if they didn't, soon somebody would come eat their lunch. Online conferences, I think, are the future. I'd love to be a part of it. That's what Mike Jungbluth and Tim Borelli are doing with the Animation Exchange. I keep trying to, like, elbow my way in there. I want to get more and more involved. I found your channel because I saw a weird-looking beige-orange box in the creative section and was like, Hey, like, Kylo. Well, whatever, man. Welcome to the channel. GC tickets are expensive, though. Don't they cover the cost of logistics? I don't know everything that goes into getting the venue, setting up the, they do feed the speakers. I mean, we get bagels and, like, a box lunch. Yeah, I don't know where all the money goes, I'm not gonna lie. But I'm not the person who sets this up, and I'm sure it's a lot harder than you would expect. I mean, GDC does have a full-time staff of, like, a couple people, so you gotta pay those people and give them benefits. I'm sure there's a lot there that I don't understand. But they are a publicly traded company that's doing very well, so there might be skimming a little more off the top. I don't know. It's hard. It's speculation. I do know this one thing for sure. I don't know if what GDC does is bullshit or not. I have no idea. But I do know that online conferences are the future. This is just happening. It's the way it's going to be. They give us bagels and coffee. They give coffee to everybody. I mean, that's probably not free. Who knows what coffee costs? Especially in San Francisco. Jesus. God, I just remembered the coffee I had in Seattle. I've never had, like, that feeling like my heart's beating and I'm probably gonna die. I heard it's even worse if you go up to, Alaska. They take the cake for, like, coffee that makes you want to fly. I've taken to drinking a Monster, like, most days to get through the day, though, so my coffee tolerance might be higher than it was. We'll have to test that later. Oh god, I don't know why I'm noodling this, but I hate specific little things about it, so I need a minute. I hate that this is this shape. Should totes be this shape? I hate that these are so much thinner than the others. the other day on Twitter, Rami mentioned that he was thinking about doing some kind of online conference thing. I'm like, how do I elbow my way into that? Who do I have to know? I would love to make something sweet and then fly around the world talking about it. I don't know if this game is going to be the game that does that. It'd be nice, but somehow I doubt it. I mean, I love this game, but, you know, it's not Destiny. That's the other thing. When they're choosing people for those talks, they're a publicly traded company. They choose the people that have made the games that, you know, people want to hear about. Nobody wants to see how this model was created. People want to know, like, every fucking detail about Destiny. Oh wait, what's going on here? Should I miss some stuff? Venue, yeah. The CA program at GDC is pretty sweet. Is the Anim State thing happening before GDC? What's the deets on that? Okay, so, yes, the Animation Exchange is a conference that we do. Basically, everybody from the Animation Bootcamp, we do the Animation Bootcamp at GDC, and we give our talks in the Tutorial and Summits Day on Monday. And then on Tuesday, we all go over to the Twitch office, and we hang out there, and we do a series of more lighthearted talks, usually panels, things where we do a lot of audience interaction live on Twitch. We usually do it for like a solid 6 to 8 hours on Tuesday. And it will be everybody that spoke at the Animation Bootcamp. So there'll be people from Naughty Dog, you know. Where's everybody now? I think Mike's still at Volition. Tim from Thekla. I don't know. For some reason I'm spacing on who else is going. Oh, obviously DICE, EA, Redwood Shores. You're gonna get some people who are working on the new Star Wars at their new location. Some different things like that. But yeah, it's everybody that's speaking at GDC will also be speaking at live on Twitch Tuesday, the week at GDC. Good night, Yerks Group. Do we have anybody from Respawn? I'm not sure. No, Elamunda is coming from Naughty Dog. She's definitely in. Riot is sending 2 people. I don't have the entire list. I could look it up. Who's Christian? Failing in the games industry. Oh shit. Probably shouldn't be reading this out loud. Oh shit, Jake's coming. He worked on Cuphead. He's fucking awesome. That's good. He's doing a micro talk this year. Good. And a couple of the bigger talks. God of War. Ooh, somebody's coming from Horizon Zero Dawn. I've never met him. Richard Ode. That'll be fun. Middle Earth, Shadow of War. Oh god, it's gonna be a good year. They called the Tricks of the Trade Gwen and Friends. God damn it, Lina. Oh, that's the people who are speaking. Oh, whatever, I'll take it. Yeah. Cool. Star Wars. Oh, I was coming from that team. I was referring to somebody who's going to, that was part of the layoff. That was the most awkward fucking way to say that ever. A buddy of mine was laid off from Volition when they, shut down. Visceral. Excuse me. Yes. Every company that begins with a V is having a layoff this year. Fun fact. Yeah, Danla. I don't know why I'm being so weird and cagey about that. It's not like it's a secret. I'm just like, I tend to overshare things and then get in trouble. But it's not a secret. It's not like you guys don't know. There was a shutdown at Visceral. It's not like some kind of gossip. Hey Mega Spell, what's up, man? Alright, let's take a look at this. You guys. Yeah, I like that. I like it. I better fucking like it. I just spent like an hour doing it, but... I really want to darken up the lines a bit. Man, when that's animated, that's gonna be so cute. I can't wait to start animating this shit. It's gonna be so good. Like her... She's gonna be great. I can already do it largely with procedural animation if I wanted to. I could start animating those keys procedurally. I don't know, what do you think? Do you think I should darken up the lines in between the keys? Is it weird that they're not dark? I feel like it should be darker. How do I feel about game jams for non-industry established plebes? I wouldn't call you non-established plebes, but I mean, game jams are cool. That whole thing kind of started and became popular after I was already in the industry, so I've never really done one. I mean, technically, when you're in between projects and you're kind of spitballing what games to make and you're prototyping stuff, game jams are what we do in the studio, right? So I guess in a way I have done them. Cool. Cool project, Megaspell. Alright, so they're not reading his keys, so let's open up. I haven't opened this in forever. Player. I don't even know where I put your materials. This is not it. Looks like I don't have a PSD. That's cute. Oh, I probably just fucking drew it. Yeah, that sounds like me. Another thing. Probably could have done that right in here. What's the material for this? It's possible the material is not doing what I expect. So from here you look between this and just a color. Yeah, well that's obviously gonna be where I need to darken it. Oops. Should probably apply that. Better, not great still. Now let's re-import. Okay, that's noticeably darker. Yeah, I like that more. Yeah, okay. I kind of like how rough and weird this is, too. Man, these are gonna be some fancy fucking cubes. I like that a lot. I want to make it procedural already. Cool. Okay. Let's read the chat. Thanks, Muller. Doing a lot of game jams in Germany. C++ programmers are rare. We have good artists in Germany, but they rarely show up on a game jam. We all have the sound designers and game designers, which are taught how to sell a game. I see. So you're having difficulty getting the right composition. There's always going to be more people that have ideas than there are people who can implement the ideas. And the people who can implement their execution is so much of game development, so much of everything. The idea almost... I don't know, everybody has ideas. I think I'm going to start wrapping up this stream, guys. So, if you guys have any questions or want to chat about anything, I'll hang out for a little bit. Like 5 minutes, and then I'm going to head out. These characters are reminding you of Thomas Was Alone. Okay, I have this fantasy. Mega spell. Where, like, this game actually does pretty good. Like, I don't know, pretty good. And then I reach out to other designers because I hate making the levels, and we do crossover games. Thomas Is Alone is one of them. Because I feel like I like Mike Bethel, I love his work. And I feel like he made a game about, you know, squares that have feelings. And I'm making a game about cubes that have feelings. And I feel like we could probably come up with some crossover there. There's a list of people. I would love to do a crossover event with Steven Sausage Roll for obvious reasons. I bet that would be an insanely... Like, he's... I don't know anything about the guy that made that, but I bet he's cool. I should probably find out more. I have a fantasy that Tim Schafer just calls me up and is like, "Hey, Gwen, saw you're making a game. Game looks pretty sweet. Maybe you should do a Psychonauts version." I've already planned exactly how I would do that. It would be like you're in a brain. And instead of, like, these cubes, you're one of the characters from Psychonauts, and the brain is rotating, and, like, there's all this logic in here to make tons of different games. There's like 20 games worth of logic. Just because when I initially made this, I was making highly customizable robots that could fight and could roll around, and so I still have the ability to like make them. I can make a robot that turns in place, or all these different things. Yeah, that's my fantasy. That probably won't happen. Most likely, I'm gonna get really busy at work and then forget about this, which is the usual way of side projects. But I'm fucking in love with this game right now, man. Why are they trying to sell a game jam? Game at a game jam. That's weird. How am I going to approach the procedural animation of the keys? I'm not sure yet. I think the obvious solution would be to just, like, create 3 bones, one for each side, kind of randomly weight the keys across. Like, this key is weighted 100% to the bone, this key is weighted 20% to the bone. Have the bone just move up and down. Constrain it to just that one axis. And probably just let it follow gravity almost entirely, and have limits. That way you just kind of get like chunk, 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 and it looks a lot more complicated because you've kind of randomly weighted the keys. So it'll give it a slightly different look. I think that's probably one way to go. Another way to go would be to do what I did for if I wanted to make it if I wanted to pursue some excellence, I would probably do something more like if you look at the way the petals kind of settle. Can you even see it anymore? Jesus. Do not kill. God, stop killing her. You're the worst. Ignore there's animation that kind of makes them flare out, but there's also animation. See that? That settle? I could probably just do something like that. And all that is, if you want to just see it, is art, piano, no, where did I put you? Oh god, everything's on one anim blueprint right now, so I can rapidly work. I will break this out to being separate ones. But just to make it easy, I just threw everything onto one. So all logic for everything is in this animation blueprint. And what we're looking for is... yeah. So this is the node. As you can see, it's just all it is for the piano pedals is they've got a range within which they can move with a hard stop. And I'm running anim dynamics, which is a basic physics spring. I'm a square that has feelings. I like Bithel's approach to things in general. I listen to his podcast a lot. I think short narrative games that are interesting are cool. It's also very difficult because you get into this trap, like I'm already there, where you're like, well, I've made all this tech and all this stuff, and so it would really be a waste if I didn't make like a 20 or 40 hour game out of it, because all you're doing is making more content and you've already figured it out. And but particularly, and that's true for systemic games, that sort of thing, or games that rely more on systems. But for narrative games, the more content you create, your game gets exponentially more expensive to create. No, I'm sorry. Your game gets more expensive in a linear way. Whereas if you're making a game that's like strategy, or a game that, a tactical game, then generally adding more content doesn't increase the cost of making the game in a linear way. I don't know where my thought is with that. But anyway, I think he's smart. I think what he's doing makes a lot of sense for what... I think he's found the model for making narrative games. Having less time because your main game is taking off, that's a good problem. That is a good problem. Staffing up. It would be fun to staff up a team again. Being a part of, like, making something and building a studio. You can always reach out to Mike or someone on Twitter. Was that referring to me, Megaspell? Which Mike? Oh, Bithel. You mean Bithel? I could reach out to what would I say? Hi. Hey Bithel, I think you're cool. He probably knows. I tweeted him. Like, I I've got nothing to really say to him. How are things? I know his animator. His animator is Tim Borelli. Tim Borelli. We speak daily. Tim Borelli is a man who lives on the internet. I love storytelling in his games. It doesn't interrupt the gameplay and it never feels like a chore to go through. Yeah, I really thought Thomas Was Alone was fantastic. I bought all of his games. I buy them as soon as they come out, and I've obviously slammed with too many games. So I haven't played Subsurface Circular yet, which I shouldn't admit on stream because Tim's gonna get mad. But I saw Tim's demo reel for it, so don't get mad, Tim. I can't wait to see what's hidden behind those narrative beats. Oh yeah, that's not even the best part, man. There's shit I'm not showing you guys. The narrative beats I'll probably do live on stream because I want this to be a stream about animation. And I want to animate on a stream about animation. And I want to get, this is part of me kissing up to Mike Jungbluth. I want to be part of, Anim State and setting up the animation, whatever it is he's doing for the online conference for animation. I played Thomas Was Alone. I think the dynamic lighting killed my laptop. Really? Huh. Yeah, it was a fun game. There was dynamic lighting? It was such a simple 2D game. I don't know. I mean, I played it on this PC, so I guess I didn't really feel it. Oh shit, I missed something. Each side could be a different chord. Oh yeah, so if you move on to the... Oh, I didn't consider that. So right now for the tech I made it so that I can play a different sound effect depending on which face you rotate onto. So, because my thinking was, well, if you rotate onto the stand you want to hear one kind of sound, and if you rotate onto the top of the drum you want to hear a different kind of sound. What I didn't consider was for the accordion it actually also matters if you're rolling onto the keys or if you're rolling from the top. It should probably make a different sound effect. I don't know. I'm gonna email somebody tonight. A composer I met at Boston Indies. Pick his brain, see if he's interested. Kind of get a quote from him on what it would take to get a couple of sound effects. Just to try out some things. We'll see what he wants to do. I'll figure something out here. Alright guys, thanks for hanging out. It's been a fun day. I'm gonna probably just keep working on this, but without streaming. So I can get cozy. Believe it or not, I can actually regress further into laziness than this. Oh yeah, there's plans for that too. I don't even know what that's gonna sound like. What happens when, the accordion lifts up the trombone? What should that sound like? I don't know yet. We're gonna have to figure that out. It's gonna have to sound awesome though, that's for damn sure. Hey, of course. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. I'll see you all next Monday. Maybe sooner. I don't... Ooh, wait. Will I? Hold up. I just remembered Christmas is coming. I might be on a plane. Next Monday is Christmas Day. I will not be streaming. So yeah, we'll be sitting that one out. I'll come up with a way to stream in between Christmas and New Year's, though. I'll announce something on Twitter. Yeah, you'll forgive me for not streaming on Christmas, right, guys? Of course. Later middle, later quick flint. Sorry, Caparoonie. Welcome to the party, man. Party's over. You were too cool. If Chris Slade is still in here, he can link the Discord. I'll probably post in the Discord when I know where and when I'll be streaming. Later, guys.